Happy New Year! The fireworks go off, and people are setting their New Year's resolution goals, as I have done. Many people set their New Year's resolution goals, but they don't really achieve them. Nor do I. The last year, I set 3 New Year's resolution goals, 2 of which I didn't achieve. The last one was something so I could achieve at least one. But this year is a little different. You see, so many people set New Year's resolution goals, such as running a marathon, writing that next book. But these goals are so big they seem overwhelming. Yes, you might be motivated and think you can do it when you start the year, but so many people don't achieve it. And this year for me, I'm going to try something a little different. Instead of setting that big goal as New Year's resolution, well, that will still be the main goal. For the New Year's resolution, I'm going to break that goal down into smaller chunks. For example, I'm going to write a bit of content each week. Publish it, no matter how small it is. Another example for writing that book, don't set the book as New Year's resolution. Don't set the next draft either. For example, my book, I've written the first draft, but I never seem to get round to writing the next. Why not just start writing in general? Write a little bit each day or each week. Just so you've got something to achieve, something you know you can actually do. And over time, things will add up. Or take the marathon, for example. People would run for the next marathon, for the New Year's resolution. Well, why don't you be a little different and set a goal to run a little bit further each week, a little bit further each run? In my opinion, that's a much more achievable goal. Eventually, I think people would start to run even further. They'll overtake the people who set the marathon as their goal, and I think you'll have a much more better chance of achieving that. Well, this is only just my thoughts. I'm going to give it a go and see how it turns out. I'm going to write a little bit of content each week, no matter how small, say if it's a podcast or drawing a picture. I'm going to have something published each week, and you can follow along. If you want to, you can send what you're doing on your New Year's resolution. Well, my friends say I am creative, and I do try. I have lots of ideas. I've never really achieved my big vision, and I'm not going to try to this year. I'm going to try to write something, publish something, or have something out for some people to listen to or see each week. I'd have a portfolio then of artworks or writings that I have that people can see, and eventually, in my opinion, each time I publish something, it'll be a little bit better. So that is what I will be doing around business, fitness, finance, arts. You see, I've got so many goals, so many things that I want to do. Previous years, I've just been drifting through life. I've got this idea, I'll start it, put everything into it, and it'll become overwhelming. I won't achieve the goal, and I'll leave it sitting there. But because it's so big and I've got so much to recap the next year, how am I meant to continue? Where if I write just a little story, or just one picture each week, everything seems much more manageable. I can focus on different things. For example, I'm learning Mandarin. Instead of setting the goal to learn the characters, I can set the goal just to write a little bit better each week. Say, for example, I'm focusing on one word, just one word. One word a week. It might not seem a lot, and yes, that might be counterproductive, but in actual fact, just one word a week may turn out better than what I would have done otherwise. But this is quite a personal thing. For example, I don't really write characters. I'm focused more on the language itself. So one character a week might be right for me. But if, for example, someone already learns multiple characters each week, they might want to set a bigger goal. For example, learn 10 characters. So don't make your goal just small for the sake of it. Actually personalise it. Make it more of a personal achievement. Make it small enough that it seems counterproductive to you, but make it big enough that it actually will help. For one piece of content a week, I can do that easy. If it's just a single tweet, that's just a sentence, isn't it? So many people I've heard have said that if you just write one piece of content a week, you can get that out, that's out, and then you won't miss a week. And then you will want to write your next big piece of content, and you'll have 2 pieces of content out a week on some weeks. You might get a bit creative, have even more. For each piece of content, you don't need to have a lot of motivation. The motivation comes when it comes. The discipline comes from that just one piece of content. Once you've got the discipline part out the way, you've achieved something, you know you can do it, you might feel motivated to write the next piece that same week. Things just add up. And in my opinion, that will be more beneficial to me than setting that big goal for the New Year's resolution. So what are you doing for your New Year's resolution? Are you running that marathon? Are you writing that next book? Why not break your goal down? Just write that next sentence. Write one piece a week, one page a week. Write, or draw your next drawing rather than that full artwork. Just run a little further each week. I wish you a happy new year, and this is the start of what I'm going to do. So stay tuned, listen to this podcast, or follow me on my artwork. I'll have links in the description. This is my first podcast, so one of the things I'm trying to do is improve my communications. I'm quite happy with how this has worked out. I've paced a lot around the house, but we all learn in different ways, so I'm going to try and see how things work out. I'll ask for tips, and please share your stories too. Share what you're doing for New Year's resolution and see how we can help each other out. So Happy New Year, and have a great week.